In our first story, troubled gold dealership firm Men's Gold Ghana Limited says it has today, December 27, begun paying customers their locked-up funds, which have been in arrears for the past 3 years. The company, since its troubles in 2018 following a subsequent suspension order from the Securities and Exchange Commission, has been struggling to refund monies invested by the customers. In a statement issued last Wednesday, the company explained what it termed as a reverse mechanism as the payment plan and formula to be used for the monies to be disbursed. Speaking to me a while ago on News Desk, Public Relations Officer of Men's Gold, Ni Ama Amatefio, confirmed payment has started as scheduled.
We started the cost of the payment today. And we are dealing with a lot of people. And we think we can make any other time now. It's only 10 o'clock. You get it. We just started. So why is the last thing? Why are you concluding that the fact that none of the ministers have been called, they mean that it was not transparent? We just started. But people have testified on the various platforms that we call them. And if you saying that we are asking people bank account, we are not asking anybody to, we are just asking people to confirm.
Okay, so would it be fair for Isaac? Would it be fair for Isaac to send you a list of those members in the coalition who are in that category, so you can?
No, we don't need the Isaac.
Why not?
For this thing to stop. We're not dealing with personal groups, though. We are dealing with customers. I keep telling you that.
But they fall in the category, don't they?
Come to the next go to conduct business on its own.
Don't they fall in the category?
Let's go beyond customer group. For the case of I don't even need to speak. The people that have been paid, the customers themselves, will come and speak. You see, we are not dealing with customer groups. We are dealing with customers.
But they are your customers, and I have a problem when you say you are not dealing with customer groups. And that's the point I'm trying to make, because he says they've got customers in that category who are with the coalition. They are also customers, and they deserve to be paid attention to, right?
Now, I am saying that we have 5 customer groups. 5. Customers is one group out of the 5. You understand? So, as people have been called within other groups, let's receive their call. And I'm saying that they testify. All of them are sharing the messages on other platforms that they receive and call from her.
But you can understand your frustration. You can understand your frustration if they haven't heard anything. Okay.
My brother, ask him if it's not fair for us to know who is doing the calling, for us to know the number of people, the X number of people that person is dealing with. So now, you want to be transparent, you want to be transparent. So let's know if Mr. A is handling X number of people. Please let's know who is that Mr. A, so we can only verify. We are dealing with a mystery person here.
Meanwhile, the vice chairman of the coalition of aggrieved customers of Men's Gold, Isaac Nyako, says members of his association are yet to receive calls to claim their funds.
Is it possible we can get the law firm that is handling the list? Can we get the entity that is handling the list and doing the call, so we can also cross-check that entity or that individual?
Sorry, let me just...
Is it not fair for us to do?
You want to respond to that, Isaac?
We have to listen. Get a copy of the press statement issue. It is in English. Read. It's Kwame. The English language doesn't mean you should change it. That's how come if it's English language, your lawyer, Lawyer Akufo came out with a disclaimer. He didn't understand the English language, and he came out with a disclaimer. We are dealing with a mystery entity. And you want to be fair to the people, so just tell us. Mr. A is the one handling the list, and he's the one calling. So if you want verify from him, if he has not received this X number of people to call, so we can always measure.
Let's move on. 5 of 7 victims of Wednesday's Ohene Djan accident have been identified. 24 others were on admission at 3 health facilities have been discharged, apart from 5 said to have sustained life-threatening injuries who are on admission at Komfo Teaching Hospital. The rest are at Stewards Hospital, Josso and Konongo Government Hospital. Well, joining us via Skype with the latest is my colleague Ohene Djan. Ohene, we are gradually making progress with identification.
Yes, that 5 of the 7 have been identified by police. They are rarely at police stations go to identify them. And out of 5, told the driver the VIP bus. Then the woman died in the accident together with a 3-month-old baby. So now the number is yet to be identified. But police has not placed order use of the bodies for now. Still the government no more.
Ohene, tell us about the condition of those who are still in the hospital.
Yes, with the 5 who were sent to the currently that are not teaching. 2 of them are still 4 and 3-year-old who I met them with the mom, and the baby, they 2 of them are male, and then who are at the hospital. Sorry to say, they are from danger, their condition stabilized, and they are treatment.
All right. Yesterday, we reported that police has started investigations into the accident. What more are we learning about how the accident took place yesterday?
It still remains the same. The accounts of eyewitnesses were on board the bus. These are people that were called of how the accident occurred to police. Police have already started investigations. One of the buses, the VIP bus, to EVLA office. I'm told they follow suit so that police there will complete the investigation.
All right, Ohene Djan, we are reporting obviously on the road following that story for us. Thank you very much indeed for that update. President Akufo-Addo has urged people of descent to retrace their steps back to Africa beyond the year of return. Ghana designated 2019 as the year of return, which saw many people from the diaspora visit the country. Speaking at an event at Kempinski Hotel in Accra, the president urged people of black descent to return home.
15 months ago, on the 28th September 2018, at the Washington Press Club in Washington, D.C., capital of the United States of America, in front of the Congressional Black Caucus of the United States Congress, I proclaimed 2019 as the year of return, commemorating the 400th anniversary of the time when the first 20 West African slaves were brought to the Commonwealth of Virginia, which subsequently became part of the United States of America, thereby initiating one of the most unfortunate and barbaric episodes of human history, the transatlantic slave trade. With 75% of the slave dungeons built on the west coast of Africa, through which the slaves were transported, located in Ghana, we believed we had a responsibility to extend a hand of welcome back home to Africans in the diaspora. It was our hope that the year of return would be a joyful and learning experience all round for all of us on the continent and our kith and kin from the diaspora, especially in affirming our determination that never again should the African peoples permit themselves to be subjected to such dehumanizing conditions, sold into slavery, and have their freedoms curtailed. It has proven so far to be just that, with some 200,000 more visitors taking up the offer to visit Ghana during the year. As we draw the curtains on this bold initiative, we should now look beyond the return and build on the dividends chalked. The time has come to engage Africans in the diaspora and all persons of African descent more positively in areas such as trade and investment cooperation and skills and knowledge development. The Ghana Tourism Authority, the implementing agency, and the Ghana's Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture will be in the forefront of bringing all stakeholders together in what will be a focused drive at the empowerment of black people using Ghana as the hub. We must work together to change the African narrative, which has been characterized largely by a concentration on disease, hunger, poverty, and illegal mass migration. Let us all remember that the destiny of all black people, no matter where they are in the world, is bound up with Africa. We must help make Africa the place for investment, progress, and prosperity, and not from where our youth flee in the hope of accessing the mirage of a better life in Europe or the Americas. That is what Beyond the Return will seek to do, so we can derive maximum dividends from our relations with the diaspora in mutually beneficial cooperation and as partners for shared growth and development. History tells us of the positive impact of diasporan communities on the growth and development of countries through increased trade activities, rising investments, and the transfer of skills and knowledge. Take the case of China, for example. With an emigre population of 60 million, the Chinese diaspora is said to be the 25th largest country in the world, who, according to the Nikkei Asian Review, own assets worth 2.5 trillion United States dollars. When foreign companies in the late 1970s reduced their investments in China, it was the Chinese diaspora that shored up the economy. According to the Washington, D.C.-based Migration Policy Institute, half of the foreign direct investment, i.e. 26 billion United States dollars, that transformed China into a manufacturing powerhouse in the 1990s, originated from the Chinese diaspora. That is why I am excited and keen on this initiative, this new initiative of Beyond the Return, and the renewed enthusiasm around building Africa together. Let us imbibe in ourselves a deep consciousness and understanding of the goals and history of the African peoples. The second half of the 20th century witnessed a great blow for human freedom and progress when the African peoples, in the wake of Ghana's shining example, liberated themselves from the colonial and imperialist yoke and the racist ideology of apartheid and emerged as free, independent peoples to construct new nations of hope and advancement. The first half of the 21st century should consolidate this development and see the growth of modern, prosperous, technologically advanced nations within a united Africa, which would make a reality of the dream of the 21st century as the African century, and bring dignity and respect to black people all over the world. Thank you once again to all those whose contributions in diverse ways helped in making the Year of Return a success. And on this occasion, let me extend a special thanks to the British High Commission for its contribution to the organization of this event. Mr. High Commissioner Ayiko, let me say a big akwaba, a word of welcome to all of you.
In other news, local and international organizations are at the forefront of women empowerment. Their activities motivate many individuals to embark on various projects to advance the cause of women in the society. One of them is a graduate of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology who is seeking to make a mark through fashion. Live FM's Mona Lisa Frimpong has been speaking to her and our reports.
My name is Nanajwa Ijinbuedu. I'm 23 years and a graduate of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Her belief in women empowerment encourages her to explore ways of making an impact. Fashion is her passion and she finds it an opportunity to pursue her social dream.
As I was growing up, I felt so vulnerable of myself. I felt very feeble. I felt I couldn't do anything. Even when it comes to like the size, as in my siblings, I'm the least in size. Yeah, I'm the least in size. So I felt I couldn't do anything until I realized I could actually do something. In school, I was one of the best students in school. I didn't realize all these things until I was growing up. So I believed what man can do, woman can also do. So I started having that kind of philosophy, and I've lived with it since.
To achieve that, Nkrumah began to search for the most powerful aspects of male fashion. The white shirt struck her.
Okay, during my research, I realized that the basic components of the male white shirt is the collar, the cuffs, and the bottom areas, and sometimes the plackets. Yeah. So I decided to maintain those areas just to depict, like to show that it's from a guy's shirt, because women also wear shirts. Okay, so with the detachable collar, yeah, I got my inspiration from Hannah Montage from the 1827. She decided to cut her husband's collar because it was difficult to wash the whole garment. Like most of the times, it's only the collar and the cuffs that get dirty. Instead of washing the whole attire, she cuts off the collar and then she washes them separately. So I got my detachable collar from that aspect, and I decided to add the cuffs. I also detached my cuffs.
Of course, she wouldn't do this without hints of Africa. Local fabric will be another toast.
Okay, I decided to embellish it with an African print. So I decided to base mine on the colors, the antique colors, the browns, the shades of browns.
Through the initiative, the 23-year-old seeks to reinforce the age-old catchphrase, what men can do, women can do, and even better.
Psychologically, they should know that they can do what men can do. I've not actually worn a male shirt before, but then I believe the moment they get to know that it's from the concept, like the concept should be enough for them to have such power and authority. They should also learn to carry power and authority, that it's not only guys that can be in highest positions or anything, but they can also be in highest positions.
So, whenever you come across one of Nkrumah's handiwork, like this one, know you are being empowered for greater heights. For JoyNews, Mona Lisa Frimpong, Kumasi.
Fascinating stuff. Now, the study of science and technology is driving many developments in the world, but the interest among many students in rural areas is low. The inability of them paying for the study of such programs is one of the factors. In a bid to reverse and get more students studying science and technology-related programs to the benefit of their communities, the Bui Power Authority has instituted a scholarship scheme with 4 beneficiaries receiving their package at a brief ceremony at Bui in the Banda district of the Bono region. Bono region correspondent Precious Semevo has more.
The Bui Hydroelectric Project, under the management of Bui Power Authority, has since its inception in 2017 caused 7 communities with a total population of 1,126 to be resettled, with many losing their livelihoods. The authority over the years have been implementing measures to mitigate, restore, and even better the economic fortunes of affected persons. The latest is a scholarship scheme rolled out to assist brilliant but financially handicapped project-affected persons to gain admission into public tertiary institutions. The scholarship package, which includes admission fees, accommodation, a laptop, and stipends for the entire duration of the program, is estimated to be over 20,000 cedis for the 2019-2020 academic year. The maiden edition saw 4 out of 6 applicants selected to pursue courses to help improve their lives. Maxwell Wumbila Salifu is the Acting Director, General Services, Bui Power Authority.
Education clearly is one of the avenues by which we can improve upon the lives of the people. And so this scholarship scheme has been instituted with that objective in mind. Our real focus really is to promote science and maths. We are in a world where science and technology is the order of the day. And so we don't want the project affected persons to be left out. And so even though we tend to hear people complain that it's difficult to read science, we still think with the necessary encouragement and support from the parents, there are people from this community who would pursue that. We will continue to encourage people, especially the women as well.
While advocating for girls to also take advantage of the scheme, the Jasehene of Mo traditional area, who doubles as the chairman of the scholarship committee, Dr. David Mensah, said they hope to increase the number of beneficiaries per year in future.
It is an important program because most big projects like this don't think about the future. It's like a commercial program, but We Power is going beyond that. They are thinking about the future to cultivate another culture after even generating power, that we have students and brilliant young men and women in future to do engineering work, to sustain the work. You know, you can be in the village, you can be anywhere. If your work is par excellence, you'll be notified. We Power is starting this for the first time, and we've asked them to be diligent in their studies, and that from this, we should be able to get more students in future. But if they fail the program, they fail all of us.
One of the beneficiaries spoke to JoyNews.
My situation was very poor. Men like me, I completed SS 2015. I stayed in the house for about 2 years to 3 years. My father is not there, so it was very difficult for me to live. I hope this one is going to take a much burden from my mother, and it will help me a lot financially.
For JoyNews, Precious Semevo, Bui.
The Sampede Festival, an annual celebration by the chief and people of Baku, precisely the Kusasis, will this year be graced by President Akufo-Addo. The week-long celebration includes health screening, clean-up exercise, blood donation and other activities to promote peace in Baku. Speaking to JoyNews, Queen Mother of the Greater Accra Kusasi natives, Hajia Zainab Salifu, said the festival will exhibit the rich Baku culture.
Sampede Festival is a key strategic social gathering of the people of Baku traditional area. It's celebrated by the chiefs and people of the Kusasis in Baku traditional area, to be specific, led by the king Baku Naba Asigiri Abogrago Azoka II. Before the famine season begins, the people of Kusag, that's the Kusasis, would normally pour libation to ask the gods for protection and for bumper harvest. So after the harvest in September, October, we mark the Sampede Festival to thank the gods for bumper harvest before the proceeds can be consumed. Decided to celebrate it big by bringing the divisional chiefs and the people together, to celebrate it, and also create a platform for networking and bonding by families. Sometime now there's been peace. Baku has been stable. I mean, Sampede, we've never missed Sampede celebration. It means that there's peace. I mean, we've had some conflict, but now I can tell people that Baku is peacefully. We are living in peace. We have a lot of other ethnic people living in Baku, and we are living peacefully in the town. 7 days ago, with the lineup activities like cleanup exercise, blood donation, food competition among the women, football gala among the youth, and we organized Miss Sampede. So on the eve of the festival, a day before the festival, the chief will sit in states. That is, he will sit in state to receive gifts and dignitaries coming from all over before the Grand Durbar, which is 28th of December. I would like to call on all Ghanaians to travel to Baku to go and witness the rich culture of the people of Kusasis. We have a lot of cultural displays. I mean, we have over 11 cultural dances, to talk of gang, to talk of bula, to talk of tok, to talk of jack. And then you see a lot of cultural displays that you've never seen before. I mean, there will be food that we can prepare from our produce, you know, to give to guests. So we don't do foreign, we don't do this your foreign rice. We do local rice. We do TZ with millets. We do tubani with beans. And so these are some of the things when you come and take it for the first time and you enjoy it.
The Ridge Roundabout and the stretch from the Akweje interchange to the central business district of Accra have become the latest tourist destinations and fun spots in the city, with many families trooping there during the night for beautiful pictures. The sparkling lights used in beautifying the median and the Ridge Roundabout are the source of attraction. Maxwell Agbagba puts the spotlight on the founder and CEO of Jandel Limited, Afi Amoro, who has turned Accra into a beautiful city of lights.
Once in Royal David City stood the lowly cattle shed.
Meet 7-year-old Geralda and her cousin Aram. They are here with their family members to take pictures. The beautiful lights, designs and decorations have evoked the festive feeling as Geralda sings some Christmas carols. The two girls cannot hide their excitement about the breathtaking scenes at the Ridge Roundabout.
Oh my God, you guys are the best.
They're excited so much that here is very nice, that you want to visit here once again.
Wow.
Because here is so much beautiful. They've decorated here. It looks like a dream come true.
Ooh.
Here is beautiful. I love the way the lights are shining and the stars are looking beautiful. Santa is sitting in his light and I'm happy because Santa, I snapped a picture with Santa.
Now I've met the woman who has succeeded in turning Accra into a city of lights. Founder and CEO of Jandel Limited, Madam Afi Amoro. She feels fulfilled to see what she conceptualized become an attraction in the city.
You know, it brings tears to my eyes that so many people who cannot go to Dubai, so many people who cannot go to London to see Oxford Street can have a feel. Ordinary people bring their families here, and that satisfaction money cannot buy. God is the reason, because it has been an arduous task. We went pounding on doors with collaboration from AMA. We got letters, and we went pounding on corporate doors. Nobody will listen except EcoBank and Stanchart.
The CEO of Jandel Limited believes in local content, hence used Ghanaian artisans for her designs. The concept also has a taste of Ghana.
This is the year of return, and I see all over the world that when people are going to do Christmas decorations and all, they add a flavor of the country in which they are in. But how do we Ghanaianize Christmas over here? And that's why I introduced the sleighs. I put kente on the sleighs, which is Ghanaian. The boats are Ghanaian, so I lighted them up and put the regular funny sayings that the canoe, the fishermen put on the boats. And then I tried as much as possible to use the local stuff to do the artistry.
Her daughter, who is also the executive director of Jandel Limited, Dela Ambewude, says she did not believe in her mother's dream to make the project a reality.
I didn't believe in it because I didn't think it was achievable. But looking at it 2 days to time, when all the lights came on, I realized that the dream had been achieved.
I've been speaking to some parents who brought their children to the Ridge Roundabouts to have fun.
Brought them here because I drove past this place yesterday and I felt like, you know, Christmas is a thing that we all need to share and memorize on. And I believe that it's basically for children, and then they need to come see these lightning systems, and then they have fun of it, take pictures, and we are done. Yeah.
What Afi Amoro started 24 years ago as a hobby has blossomed into a full-time profession, now serving as an attraction to people from Ghana and beyond. Maxwell Agwagba, JoyNews.
Well, my director says I should go there with my wife. I would consider that. Coming up in business, Ghana Revenue Authority starts processing of automation for value-added tax payments. We've got details coming up.
Without collecting the VAT and becomes automatic, then we'll be able to increase the revenue from the tax.